each day. So appealing you are, you move through me, such a natural feeling, and oh, please don't take it away. Oh, I can't get caught up when I see you. You're so beautiful. I can't get caught up when I see you. You're so beautiful. I have received a love that's so divine, so innocent and so pure. You make each moment stand still. You took care of my heart ever so gently. I can never repay you. No, your desires I'm here to fulfill. I can't get caught up when I see you. You're so beautiful. I can't get caught up when I see you. You're so beautiful. You're more than a dream come true.
Y'all get ready. Got Mary J. Blige over here. I feel like, hey, I made it.
I'm searching for a real love.
Chillin'.
Someone.
I drew my eyebrow over a little bit too far today. Huh? Oh.
I keep saying,
Hey!
if you don't go ahead and start talking,
Oh, I didn't
you're
know.
on.
I'm sorry. I'm
You're
getting in
on.
trouble by the owner. Excuse me. Hello. I can't see myself.
I'm gonna put you.
Oh, okay. Hello. Good afternoon. Y'all know how I am coming. Thank you for joining Plus Size Talk with Shanar. And I got my beautiful people. But first off, I just need to shout out my big girls, my BBW, my plus size, my big women, my super size BBWs. Lizzo, shout out to Lizzo. She wore the t-shirt with her booty cut out. Let me insert that real quick. Yes, shout out to all my big women. You know how I'm coming. This is Plus Size Talk. So we coming to y'all all the way live. Thank y'all for tuning in on Facebook. And thank y'all for tuning in on Instagram. I see you. Let me just say this first and foremost. We got that call-in number 317-257-7722. Radio ND. We are in the building. If you have not already, you need to do it right now. Download Radio ND right now to your phone. The app Radio ND. It's going to pull up. Y'all need it in your life. You know it goes down. So I have some beautiful, amazing people right now with me. I'm so excited for today. Excuse me. We got Damon Maxey in the building. I'm so excited. You have anything you want to say real quick?
How y'all doing? Damon Maxey. It's y'all life, it's y'all rules.
Oh.
That's all I'm gonna say.
And we got over here, we got the beautiful Armani Renee. Beautiful. That could be like on the radio when I say beautiful Armani Renee.
It's like a perfume.
Yeah,
That sound like an expensive perfume.
That sound like
Yeah.
real expensive. What's the price?
Huh? It's priceless, baby. It's
Ooh,
priceless.
That was a good comeback. All right. We got Armani on the line right now on the radio. You got anything you want to say, mama?
Wake up with a purpose.
Oh, that was wake up with a prayer. Okay, I like that. Then we got over here the one and only Willie Dynamite over here.
Absolutely.
I'm so excited to have him.
Absolutely. Fly stain since the pterodactyl, coldest stain since the TV. I didn't put banana peels on both heels and slip in this game, but here, you got to put some respect on my name. You understand me?
Okay. So we just, this show, I decided to switch it up a little bit. Y'all know, I'm putting on, you know what I'm saying, for the plus size community. I'm a forever scream shout for the plus size community. But today, we're going to get real, I'm messing up my words. We're going to get real raw and right down to it about the situation of being hurt. So today's topic is transparency of being hurt. We got a lot of hurt people out here. Hurt from relationships, hurt from past situationships. Ooh, that's serious. I didn't even mean to say that, but that's a thing. That's a thing. You feel me? We got a lot of hurt people out here, and y'all trying to act like y'all not hurt, but y'all are. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't even mad at you or nothing like that, or whatever the situation is. You know, hey, things happen. I just want to also remind y'all once again, calling number if y'all want y'all voice to be heard, so we can put it on speaker and you guys can say such and such and such, whatever. Woo. The number is 317-257-7722. So I'm just gonna go ahead and jump right in it. We're gonna talk about hurt, okay? Are y'all hurt right now? I need to know. Y'all can be honest.
No.
You not, Damon?
No.
About nothing.
Nothing.
Armani?
Yeah.
We gotta hear you clear.
Yeah.
Well, you hurt?
I might be in a gray area, honestly.
Okay, can you explain that?
For
those that don't know the gray area?
I just came, kind of like when, after you've been hurt and, you start the healing process, but you're not all the way healed with an ED yet.
So I guess I'm in the gray area.
Yeah, a gray area, yeah.
Well, that's why I wasn't saying that to put nothing on nobody. That's where I categorize myself.
I ain't gonna even sit up here and say, okay, Damon sit up here saying nope, blessed. Okay, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? You kind of say that aggressively, which shows a little bit of side of hurt. But you know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm gonna call it like it is. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I'm just gonna call it like it is.
Hurt or confident?
Hurt or confident?
Yeah, I'm confident in my emotions. I know 100% how I feel because I'm in control of my emotions.
Y'all a little deep today, ain't y'all? I might need to put this other one on. A little bit. Okay.
But that gray area is definitely
a thing.
Definitely a thing.
Yeah.
About a year and a half ago, I think that's where I was, a gray area.
Okay. Spice Johnson says, I am healing. Okay. I wrote a comment. And then I'm going to go ahead and be honest, because I may not even just be great. I might just be... I'm going to just read what I put down. I'm going to go ahead and be honest. I honestly feel like that we can't hear Damon clear. Seppi. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and be honest. Can you hear me?
Very loudly.
Oh.
That mic over to him.
Okay. All right.
I can still hear you.
I honestly don't feel like that you ever get over hurt. Now, before y'all get to jumping on me, because I know y'all going to try to come real hard or whatever the situation is, and please excuse me if I do not get to read you guys' comments. I'm trying real hard, y'all. Today is a little different today. I do appreciate y'all for jumping in, getting on here with me or whatever. I appreciate y'all so much because y'all rock with me real heavy, and I love it. You feel me? I love it. But honestly, I feel like that you don't get over hurt. I feel like it fades off with time, but you have trigger points. Triggers that will trigger that hurt that happened in the past or happened recently or whatever. You might be doing good. You might be on a real good wave. You know what I'm saying? And then something come up and you hurt again. You feel me? How do we deal with that? That's a real thing to me. Obviously it is, because I feel that way.
Can I say something?
You can. Thank you. That's Kim, you guys.
As far as... I think that as far as hurt, we have to be reminded sometime of our hurt. so that way we can appreciate the journey that we have gone through to
That's good.
to have dealt with it. Now, just because something hurts me doesn't mean it won't always affect me, but it will affect my reaction to the hurt. So if things are still very emotional, so like in dealing with a domestic violence situation, if I have a hard time talking about it, if I have a hard time dealing with it and my emotions are all over the place, it has not been dealt with. Now, I can talk about my domestic violence that was done to me. I can talk about the whole thing and still feel a certain type of way, but it doesn't control anything that I'm doing. So we have to be able to identify, if you say you've dealt with your hurt, how are you responding to it?
And I put that down. That's a good. She was good. Y'all got something to say about that?
Yeah. I think that some hurt never really goes away. It just is. You can mask it and you can say I moved past it. I'm a better person. You can do like all of that stuff, but really in reality, you just fooling yourself because you know that it's still there. Now, it may be other things that can help to suppress the hurt. Like for me, just in my opinion, like success is kind of like my thing. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm successful, then I'm okay. Like, cause I've had my childhood has been rough growing up, you know, and I still hold grudges.
Right.
Not really grudges, but
No, you could be honest.
I know. It's not a grudge. I just don't really fool with people no more. You know what I'm saying? And it's like dad, family members, like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, friends, and just growing up, it was rough. But I think with me being, successful or me accomplishing goals, then that helps me out a lot to really, to really keep it moving and to really have a positive outlook on everything. Now, if I didn't accomplish goals and I wasn't, working or looking towards what I felt like my definition of success was, you might be getting a whole different person up here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's like I got so much out there to
Right.
do and to accomplish. I can't let this one thing hold me back.
I feel like, not to try to cut you off, I feel like it's definitely an issue when people act like they're not hurt and they don't want to deal with it and just mask it and comb over it. Like, quit. I'm so tired of doing that because hurt people hurt people. You know what I'm saying? If you don't deal with certain situations, go ahead and be honest with it. That's why I feel like I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Let me just come away from the, plus size talk for a little bit. And let's talk about this, not that plus size talk is not a real issue, but this is a real issue. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about it and let's try to heal. Let's try to come up with coping skills or whatever the situation is that we can do to try to, you know what I'm saying, get over it, because the combing over, the masking, you know what I'm saying, that's not good. That you fall into depression. You fall into, you know what I'm saying, hey, one of my favorite movies is Sybil. She was definitely hurt from her past, and not knowing it, that stuff didn't come up until she was in college. And, you know what I'm saying, certain situations was happening, and she like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't even remember I did that, or I didn't even, you know what I'm saying, where did that come from? And then she began to talk about it, you know what I'm saying? And then noticing that it came from, past experience that she have not dealt with. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta deal with y'all emotions. Be okay with being honest with yourself and your emotions. If you're not doing that, you're not able to be honest with the next person. You got something to say, Damon? Because you was getting okay. Go ahead, Damon.
I think we've gotten away from the basics, and what I mean by that is, a lot of us have lost sight on what makes us happy, genuinely.
Yeah.
And one of the biggest influences is social media. Mm-hmm. I mean, just think about it. When we were kids, like 10, 11 years old, hell, even younger than that, you could go outside and everybody was speaking to each other. Mm-hmm. Good morning, how you doing? A stranger walking down the street.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we were open to talking to strangers. Now you flip it and rewind it. And here we are entering a new decade, and we don't even like conversing with each
Can't
other.
even
We
say
hide behind text
hi.
messages. We hide behind DM messages. So the communication, I think, if we got better and gotten back to the old way of communicating and expressing ourselves, I think the depression level of where it is now could subside just a tad bit. I ain't gonna say it's gonna deplete in its entirety, but I think if we got back to how we used to do with our grandparents and how we grew up as kids, we used to go outside and little things made us happy. We could run around with a little thing of bubbles and we was fired up. But now, if people ain't eating crab legs, they ain't happy. Come on, we gotta make that make sense. A couple years ago, nobody was spending $30 on crab legs. We was cool with going to get a Happy Meal from McDonald's, and everybody was satisfied.
Right.
Biggest smiles. And,
I was
and
real
nourished.
happy when I graduated, and
nourished.
my mama took me and said I could get a Big Mac.
Let me tell you. So I just think we've gotten away from the norm. You know what worked, and we've tried to reinvent the wheel. And I think that's why society is kind of starting to take this direction that it's taking. I think if we just get back to the basics,
Yeah.
we'll start to see some things.
Yeah.
Things start to come together, especially in the black community. We ain't even talking to each other.
Right.
So
Right. What you feel, Armani?
I feel like what he was talking about with the social media thing, it's changed. Like he said, it's changed today's
Dynamics. Yeah.
So people feel like, say if somebody will post that they're sad or whatever, somebody will say suck it up or something like,
Yeah.
you shouldn't be posting this or that.
Oh.
But you don't know what that person might be going through because they can be literally alone.
wait.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing that bothers me. We can't post stuff on public
Why not?
platforms
Why
and
not?
expect not to get a response like that. That's what social media is for.
Okay, and
self-expression.
I get that and I understand that. But let me just say this right here real quick. Let me just say this. Why I ain't gonna even say why, because it ain't even for y'all to give me feedback on how I feel. It is okay to be truthful with your feelings. Stop making me feel like, stop being so insensitive. Stop making me feel like I cannot have an emotion. I'm so sick of that. I go through so much. And here we are as a black woman. I know a lot of black women can agree with me or whatever. They always say, oh, you strong, you can handle it, you can do this, you can do this. Not knowing how many times I done went home and went to sleep and cried. Not all these other things that I wanted to talk about and stuff like that, because I can't even be able to voice my opinion, or not even my opinion, it's my truth of how I feel, because someone want to say, oh, suck it up, you got it, you good, keep moving. No, quit coming at me like that. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm very strong. Don't get me wrong. I can continue to keep going on. I'm not going to let nothing stop me. But why can't I be okay with saying, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of effed up right now. I ain't going to lie. Willie is like one of my best friends. I call him like a brother to me. When I was going through, you know, the loss of my grandma, you know, and I had kind of distanced myself. And I know he probably was like, okay, what's up with Shanara? Like, what's going on? Woo woo. I had a hard time trying to come to him and saying exactly truly how I felt, because I didn't want to be looked at like, man, what the hell is wrong with her? What's she on? Woo, 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 woo. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that he gave me that, or, you know, a roar off that he would come at me like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was just that everybody expects you to be a certain way. If you have been being that way for so long, why can't I have my down moment? And why can't you be right there to be like, okay,
So
it's cool.
Real quick on that topic. I don't think it's people being insensitive. I think that's where we get it messed up. I think what we lack in situations like that are perspective. Our perspective. You're entitled to feel how you feel. You're entitled to receive people's message the way you want to receive it. But I'm pretty sure that person who told you to suck it up is only saying that because they're speaking from experience. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell.
I'm about to throw this mic.
I can't tell.
Am I gonna have to pull rank to get on this air?
No, I'm serious, but I can't tell you.
to lose it.
I'm not one of those people who I'm like, oh, hey, you know what?
I'm
You
about
can't
to.
tell me
That's
how
not
to
my
feel
approach.
about my emotions.
I don't think they're telling you how to feel.
Oh, okay, so let me
Perspective, you can take it or not take it. People tell me a lot of stuff about.
I'm
how
about to
run
start
my
throwing
business
stuff
all
in
the
this
time.
room.
Okay, let me skill talk.
Go ahead.
Let me say this.
I think we gotta stop being so sensitive, y'all.
But here's. Hold on. Let me say this.
I literally just said that.
Hold on.
You was upset.
Let me
Somebody
say-
was like, "Be strong."
Can I
Like,
say
what?
this? Can I say this?
I'm not a man.
Can I?
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm
Women
about
are
to pull.
strong.
Okay, this is the CEO of Radio
Give
Indie.
birth.
Let me get my professional one. This is the CEO of Radio Indie. Let me say this. My grandmother died. This is a prime example. My grandmother died about, I want to say, 9 years ago, and it still affects me. And that was 9 years ago. I think that there needs to be a tactfulness in the way people deal with people. If I'm hurt, the last thing we have to be more empathetic in what we say and choose our words wisely.
Choose them very wisely.
If I'm hurt, this goes with anybody. If I'm hurt, the last thing that I want to hear someone say is "suck it up and take it." Because then you're going to get a reaction out of me. So all those feelings that I was feeling are going to hit you full-fledged. And the Bible speaks of that. Those who are we bear the infirmities of the weak. We don't just treat them like you. Nowhere in the Bible does it tell us to suck up and take it. Nowhere in the Bible does it say you should be over this by now. Nowhere in the Bible does it do that. However, for those of us that are stronger during this moment, we are to tolerate that person's emotions at this particular time. And I feel like a lot of times we come at people and we want, like when someone loses their mother or father, I haven't lost mine. I don't know what to say to them. And I think the worst thing I tell myself, the worst thing I can say is, I understand. No, I don't. My parents are alive. All I can say is, oh my God, I am so sorry. Like anything I can do for you, please let me do it.
But I have not even just that. With relationships, whether you feel like that you've been through the same type of relationship or domestic violence or whatever the situation is, what you went through was your situation and what I went through is my situation. You cannot. I don't care how strong you think I'm supposed to be. I don't care if you think I'm supposed to be Hercules or I don't know, what was the other woman name? Zeta. I don't care if you think I'm supposed to be Zeta or whatever the situation is. You can't tell me how to hurt or how to feel about my hurt. What you can do, though, is be caring. And if at this moment you cannot be caring for me, keep your mouth closed. And listen.
Just need basically like an ear to listen. We don't need you just to always rebuttal on things.
That's a fact. You got something to say, Will? You mighty quiet.
No, I'm just listening.
Can I say one thing? I'm not disagreeing with you.
Yeah.
Okay. I forgot your name. Damon. I'm not disagreeing with you. I just, a lot of times we have to really understand the way we come across to people. I'm not saying it's you, but the way some of our responses, where some people may be able to take, like if someone said that to you, you may be able to take it. You see what I'm saying? But if you were to say that to me, I probably would lose my mind. You know what I mean? And I guess the whole idea of you should be over something by now, that's what we hear constantly in the news.
My God.
You should be over police brutality. Well, how can we be over it if it's still happening?
Right.
You should be over
I
slavery.
definitely don't
You see what I'm
agree with
saying?
anybody
So
who's
it's,
approaching a situation like that.
yeah, but you see what I'm saying? It's
But
just
that's
the
a lot
way.
of the times that's what happens.
So then we get in the habit of not even fully expressing our emotions because
or
we're
being
being
okay
told
with crying or being
right,
okay.
because
So
we're being
we're
told
being
that we
forced
should be
to be
okay.
so strong.
Yeah, and we don't have to be. I don't have to be okay all the time.
This battery getting low.
Oh, here. She done ran the battery down.
Go ahead.
Oh my goodness.
Willie.
Sorry, Willie.
It's okay.
Okay.
I think it's a gray area because
Crawl there. They won't see.
sometimes I think people don't maybe their intentions are good, you know, because you got to think they don't know exactly how you feel and what you're going through as far as the magnitude of it, you know what I mean? They may just look at it, suck it up, you'll be okay, that's my homegirl, push through it, but deep down inside, like, you're actually damaged, but they don't know the severity of that damage. So you really can't get mad at people for saying like, just suck it up and keep going, because they don't know how you're hurting.
And I think that's the thing with social media posts. I think that's my biggest issue with that, because you can't really elaborate on your feelings in a post. I mean, you can, but some people will. Some people will, but you don't want the entire world doing that. Who knows if that's going to do to social media? But
if I know that person, like I tell them, call me. Like, if you need somebody to talk to, call me. Like, I'm putting my number.
I don't even know.
I'm sending people my number, you know what I'm saying, for them to hit me up. And it ain't even just on no funny stuff, because you never know, with the suicide rate being at an all-time high, you don't know how close that person is to that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
And I look at it like, if I'm able to help, it may just be a conversation. It may be a resource that I can connect them with. Whatever's really bothering them or making a big deal in their life, I may be able to make a phone call and to be able to solve that issue for them.
I don't know where
You know what I'm saying? So I just kind of look at it like that.
This is because I see a lot of women on my Facebook. I'm so sorry that I have not been able to read back you guys' comments, but I'm definitely going to go back and read you guys' comments. But I guess this gray area, which is to say in between, I think that's the gray area is from the men and the women. It's a difference. Because men are told to be so strong and to be so buck and not have no emotion and da-da-da-da-da and woo-woo-woo. So when a woman comes into play and she have all these emotions, we're called emotional human beings, emotional bees and emotional da-da-da-da-da. But why it's okay for us to be emotional, and it's okay for men to be emotional. That's the reason why I felt like it was okay to have a man's perspective on here today, because I don't want y'all to feel left out. I don't know how many times y'all done cried or had to push through things and being very down and emotional, but not being able to talk about it because y'all want to be so strong and be like, I got it, don't worry about it. No, it's okay to release. It's okay.
I don't think it's okay to keep saying that women or men are raised to be strong. I was raised in a single parent household by a woman, and the first thing my mom said to me, it's okay to cry. Right. I was a student athlete. Cool. I was a student athlete. I hated losing. But every time I lost, you know what happened? I shed a tear. Yeah. And you know what my mama did? She patted me on the back and said, son, it's going to be okay. It's okay to cry.
I'm glad you said that. Yeah.
Like,
I am so glad you said. And that didn't make you less of a...
At all.
No, that didn't make you not at tough. All. That made you... Our men have to be able to identify with their sensitivity. I needed my husband to hug and love and kiss on my children.
There's a lot of men that are not affectionate because of that.
Yeah,
and we're missing that. Like, so will we supposed to hug and love on ourselves because of that? But I'm glad you.
Well, we should be doing that anyway.
But you know what?
Yeah, but I'm saying anyway.
But you know what? That goes back, and I know a lot of people is gonna disagree with this, but I don't care because it's the truth.
Say it.
It's important for the mother and the father.
Yes.
To be in the same house.
I agree.
No step though.
I agree.
No step. The biological mother and the biological father, because that adds to balance.
Why not a step? If the real father can't be there.
Because I'm looking at the best possible way. I'm not looking. You can get as close to that as you can. Like, do your thing. Like, I don't care. It's your life. Do your thing. But I'm talking about the pinnacle of it. Like, the best possible outcome for a child is for the biological mother and the biological father to be in the house. But nobody's putting no work into these relationships, men and women alike. And everybody's just kind of like, I'll just figure it out and I'll do this.
My feelings hurt, run away.
Not knowing that trickles down. Not knowing that.
I need a shot.
That trickles down.
You didn't bring any?
No. Go ahead.
Not knowing that trickles down into a kid, and that's where a lot of issues come from. Whether it be the dad absent from the home, whether it be the stepdad in the home, but the child ain't respecting the stepdad because he like, you not my daddy, and vice versa on the female side. And that just that in itself can create like a spider web of problems. Like if you look at the periodic table, right? Look at the periodic table. You got water. Water is H2O, right? Now, if you separate hydrogen from that, hydrogen does something by itself. oxygen does something by itself. But when hydrogen and oxygen meets, that creates water. So a lot of times the issues with kids that are growing up without both parents biological in the household, it creates another chemical effect, just like the periodic table, of an issue that wouldn't have been there if the family would have been like that.
Can I please say something? I just would like to say this in a very calm tone,
Lord, I'm
the
gonna
way
have to go to
that I
break.
can as possible. Do we have to go to break?
No.
Okay, I don't think we need to.
No, we need to say, let's take a break.
No,
We need to take a break.
She
no,
need to say
'cause
this.
You can, I have to
Go-
say, don't you do that?
I'm playing.
Because I'm
Go
going to
ahead.
say this.
Go ahead.
So, for those of you lovely, handsome, strong, fine men out there that feel like that, we need not to run away or we not being y'all ride or dies,
I ain't say nothing about ride or dies.
that feel like that we need to stay.
That's toxic.
After y'all done hurt us over and over, and then when we leave, we ain't SHIT. Y'all know I don't cuss on my stuff. That right there is the issue. That's the issue. That's a big issue. That's a big
See, that
issue.
goes
So
back
if
to,
let me get this out, cause you trying to cause I'ma say this because y'all want us to be so strong.
Nope.
Or whatever and rock with y'all the way y'all want us to rock with y'all. But I'm not doing none of that. If you feel like that you want to say you love me and you care for me and you want me but basically you want me to rock with you until you done playing around
Nope.
and have your fun
Nope.
and Damon,
Love should hurt.
No hitting in the we do not condone any violence in the studio.
No, we don't. Sorry. No, but I'm nothing on none of that. I'm not, man, y'all on here acting like females don't do dirt. And Willie, they do. What you want to say? Because I really wasn't done. So what you want to say, Willie? Go ahead. Okay, go ahead. Because I hope you, okay, well, go ahead.
I like your direction.
Thank you. You going to help out or what you going to do?
No, I'm just adding to it.
Oh, okay,
I'm just adding to
Thank
it.
you.
I think that's really one of the biggest problems, right? What you just said, because a lot of people are saying, I'm not going to deal with nobody's SHIT, right?
Yeah.
In reality, you are. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to before y'all beat me up, I'm going to tell y'all why.
You didn't help. This is not helping.
No, I'm.
You said
no.
that you were going to help.
I'm in
and
conjunction.
add.
In conjunction with.
Go
This is
ahead.
all I'm saying. This is all I'm saying. You're going to deal with somebody's SHIT because somebody has to deal with your SHIT and nobody's perfect.
Yeah, because
I'm not
after
saying-
dealing with
no,
your
I'm not saying-
SHIT and
no,
then
wait,
we tore
no,
down and
hold
y'all
on,
don't
wait.
want us no more.
Hold on, wait a minute, Shinar.
You got
It's
it.
not a perfect
Woo,
female on the
I
planet.
need a fan.
It's not like females started off perfect and then a guy came into their life and derailed the whole situation. Females can be toxic too, and it has nothing to do with a guy.
That's a fact.
That's all I'm saying. That's it.
Can I
That's
say
it.
something?
fact.
Can I say something?
That's a
And I'm not
fact.
saying
Because-
put up with
Right. I don't think
SHIT
that-
multiple times over. That's
Yeah.
that's toxic.
I
Don't
th-
put yourself through
I
that
feel
case.
Right,
like
I-
relationships are based off of compromising, but at
Yeah.
the same time, you don't have to compromise your being like.
You gotta understand
Safety
your
or
level of
peace.
toleration.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Your level of respect. You gotta draw that line. You know
And
what
what
I'm
and what I'm
Compromise doesn't hurt either.
and what I'm saying what he's saying is that he's not saying stay in a relationship that's toxic or that's not a safe
you don't have to deal
environment.
with-
But what he's saying is we're so quickly to give up.
Yeah.
Like this marriage ain't working. Hey, I'll go get another one. And that's how people go into the mindset.
Oh,
They're
Lord.
not willing
Divorce
to.
rate is
brain
over
is about to
50%.
pop.
Right now.
Right. So let me say this too. Going back to the statement of because I am a stepmother. Okay. And those three girls I raised like mine. And when you say women can be dirty, I know of a couple of them that are more grimy than men. But I feel like that if you stay together for the kids' sake, kids know that. There should never be a time where, okay, I want to present this picture of a family with the father and mother in the picture for the kids' sake. Because like my parents, after 20-something years of marriage, they divorced. And that's how that ends up happening because the kids we knew our parents should have been divorced a long time ago. We knew that, but they decided to paint that picture of the husband and wife are in the house, and it could cause a reverse effect. It causes more damage to me. And people are like, well, it's better to divorce when you were older than younger. No, it really wasn't.
It's the same.
It was worse because we knew things that were happening that shouldn't happen.
Right now, I'm just gonna say this, and you know what? Y'all can label me, look at me, however y'all want to. I'm not putting up with. I want to say the word so bad. I'm not putting up with shit. I'm not doing it. I'm not tolerating it.
I'm sorry.
You said what?
I think I've cussed twice on here. I'm sorry.
Yeah, just don't use every
just-
other word. Just saying. Okay.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Why? Because why would my grandma call on my thing? My
She got
grandma
something
on
to
my
say.
daddy's side. Don't do that. I'm in a no tolerant zone. I don't care, and especially if you coming to me with baggage. Why? Because of past hurt, not because that I'm so hurt like I was. It's just that I'm not willing to relive that hurt again.
Can I say something?
I'm not doing it.
Now let me
And if
address
you give
something
me
to
a
you.
sign, yes, please.
Let me
do.
address something
Please
as a
do.
counselor. This is now the counselor side. Everybody has some form of baggage. Everybody has some form of baggage. You, Shannar, cannot go into a relationship already telling yourself because
That I'm not tolerating stuff.
Hold on. I think everybody should set limits on what they will tolerate and what they're not going to tolerate. But the way you're sounding, and this is just my perception, I love you to
fine.
pieces, is that you're like at a zero tolerance. The minute he does something wrong, it's over.
You still hurt carrying your hurt.
You're
in
still
situation.
carrying.
And I probably
That's not
am.
fair to the man.
No,
Now what you gonna
no.
do?
Okay, so
You blocking your voice.
what that has to do is jump on me. I do not care. Everybody. Okay. Anyway.
I thought you were
Cut the air down. What y'all got to do?
You're definitely gonna put up. You're gonna put up with somebody's
No, I'm not,
back.
Will.
They gotta put
No,
up.
I'm
Listen,
not.
listen to
Shannar,
me.
can
You
I
got
say
to.
this?
because right now from your conversation, you're a lot of baggage.
You know, listen.
I'm a lot of baggage. You're right. This weight. No, this booty is baggage.
Shannar, can I say this, please?
Let Dominic say.
Can I say this, please?
Go ahead.
May I say this, Shannar?
Yes.
Talk it to the mic.
This is
Okay.
not a what you call that?
Intervention.
Yeah, this is not an intervention for Shadar. But go ahead.
I'm gonna say this with Shannar. Shannar, you
Yes,
are allowed
cousin.
to pick who you want in your space.
Right.
You are allowed to pick the energy and who you
Right.
surround yourself with. Now, I'm not saying you should have a zero tolerance. I didn't say that. But what I am saying, you are allowed to pick who you want in your space. You are allowed to pick who you surround yourself with. And that's actually what you should do. You shouldn't surround yourself with certain things. If you know that person's toxic, yes, you can love them. You have toxic. Think about it. We have toxic family members
That's a
that
fact.
we love. We love them, but that don't mean we have to be close to them. That don't mean we have to put up with their toxic behavior. We can love them, but it has to be from afar. So you are allowed to pick who you decide to choose to be with, who you decide to, get close to. You are supposed to be very.
Let me
okay,
so let me reword this because
You
y'all
should
are
be
trying to say
protective
I'm
of
gonna be
your
by
space.
myself, and I do not believe that.
I
what
have not
God
said
has-
that at all.
No, they getting on me on
Nobody said
Facebook
that.
and stuff, and on Instagram. I don't believe that's what God has written for me, Willie, to be by myself.
Come here.
So
Listen, if-
no, hold
Okay.
on. I'm not willing to deal with what I have dealt with in the past. I'm not doing that. Y'all gotta understand, okay, like I was just having a conversation with our friend that we went to school with or whatever. And I had a conversation with Willie. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know this. And yes, I airs it all, you know what I'm saying, I'm real raw or whatever. So while I was in New York, the relationship that I was in, never have I like experienced this personally or whatever. But the guy that I was with, he was beating my ass. He had me like kept in the house, kept in the room, you know what I'm saying, dealing with all kind of, things like that was, what down me and just, you know what I'm saying, like he'd be like, stay ugly till you get to me, don't put on no lashes, don't do this, don't do that. And I'm a person that like to look nice, I like to dress up, I like, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. If you show me a sign of that, I'm not dealing with you. I was in a relationship with someone for 6 years before that. And the person that I was with,
I feel like that, like me as a person that motivates people or whatever, I'm definitely gonna do it 10 times harder for my person that I'm involved with. I don't care what nobody said, I literally did, I'm not gonna say everything right, but I literally was a person that cared about this person, loved this person, all of that. And I almost lost my dang on life. They crashed me into a brick building, you know what I'm saying, in a car, you know what I'm saying, where it had me learning how to walk again. I had to learn how to walk again. I was in diapers, all of this other kind of stuff. And they still dogged me out. Like, if you show me signs of selfishness, of, you know, if you come to me with baggage saying, you know what I'm saying, I still deal with my baby mama, or, you know, like, as far as like having that type of connection or whatever, I don't have to deal with you. I do not. And I don't feel like that is wrong. Like, I don't have to deal with somebody that has that type of baggage, or that feel like they still want to have me as their main, but want to talk to this person and talk to that person or whatever. If y'all feel like that's a gray area or a hurt area, I don't care. Like, I'm just not dealing with it. We gotta take a break?
Yes.
Okay, we gotta take a break, y'all. We're gonna be right back. Sorry.
Are we done? So I want to
They
piggyback
still-
on that.